There are a few ways you divide paintings: old, modern, abstract, realistic, small, big, or you can separate them based on the surface you are painting on. If you paint on canvas, it's a painting. It's on a wall, it's a graffiti. On the wall inside, it's still a graffiti. But if you tell the owner, it's a fresco. Disclaimer, I know it's not a definition, but no one is watching these videos anyway.
We are in the Museum of War in Vienna. We are now in the most beautifully decorated fresco room in the whole of Vienna, the Heldensaal, which can translate to Hall of Glory. So I'm now in the most magnificent glory hall in the whole of Vienna. And if you think I came here only to make this joke, you're right.
Vienna's glory hall is great, but today we are making the most influential viral fresco of the modern times. We are painting Cecilia Giménez's famous Jesus Christ.
A bid to restore a 19th century fresco in a Spanish church has gone horribly wrong, with Jesus transformed into what one commentator's described as something out of Planet of the Apes.
I still remember how I laughed when I first saw it. No painting have ever brought me as much joy as this one. And if joy is what great art should bring, then this is a masterpiece.
So let's create the fresco, let's create Cecilia's Jesus, but first we have to make a proper Jesus, and it's a tank. You know, legend says if you put your ear where the hole is, you can hear people talking inside.
I was planning to prepare a proper block of plaster or paint it actually on the wall, but no one wanted to have this thing on the wall, and I forgot I don't have much plaster and how lazy I am. Therefore, after a few tries, I just said screw it, and I just put some plaster on the cardboard and call it a day.
Every cannon needs balls, but you know what also needs balls? What Cecilia did, to take an old dilapidated fresco and make it into the modern masterpiece. That's what needs balls.
The second part was to recreate the original fresco. Some people say that Cecilia ruined a priceless piece of art, and that's just not true. It was just a copy done by Elias Garcia Martinez. A good painter, a good copy, but it was like 1 hour of this work on a holiday. It's a nice fresco, but these are everywhere in nearly every church. But you know what is not in every church? Yeah, my boy Jesus!
This is a cannon, and it can create a lot of mess. But what Cecilia's Jesus did was even bigger. It created an avalanche of top-tier memes. This is a big cannon. This is a small cannon. This is a baby cannon.
Anyway, the story goes that there was a fresco of Jesus in this old town church where also lived passionate amateur painter Cecilia. She asked for permission to restore the painting, did her magic, then went on a holiday, and the rest is history.
400 years of sleepy obscurity ended abruptly at the parish church of Borja, thanks not to a miracle, but a botched art restoration that tourists are flocking to see and be seen with.
Her restoration went viral. The church priest said he knew nothing about it. Cecilia said of course he does, and Jesus was like, eh. But to Cecilia's defense, she said you should not judge her work because it's not finished. And this is the only part in which I do not agree with her. Cecilia, your Jesus is fucking finished.
Now I'm in front of a plane. What are you doing with your life? It's just covered because it's winter. It's sleeping.
And we do not have 50 years to age the fresco, so I have to do it with sandpaper. So I'm very sorry, Jesus.
So okay, we created the Jesus, we destroyed him, and now we're gonna really destroy him.
Overnight, this sleepy Spanish village was turned into a sensation. So let's see if we can manage to capture the essence of this painting. All the artistic world piled on Cecilia for lack of talent and destroying of a painting. I said bullshit. Her work saved the village. Tourists pour in, standing in line just to see the monkey Jesus. And she gave all the money to charity. She single-handedly saved the village while making millions of people laugh. When was the last time a contemporary piece of art managed to do that?
Some people said that modern art is useless, and what Cecilia did was pointless and unnecessary and unwanted. And to those people I only said that behind me down there is a wreckage of Austrian submarine. And if a landlocked country can have a submarine, we can have a special needs Jesus.
But I have to say one thing, because you know what people say. anybody can do it. And to those people, Cecilia says yes, but you didn't. And please, don't. You can do it, but just don't. I mean, it was wonderful, I love it, but it's enough.
So I finished the painting, and the only question on my mind is, why? Why did I do it? Why did I waste my... Anyway, here is our special Jesus.
And now finally I can say it. I can say I have my masterpiece. I have the favorite contemporary piece of art, and I will pay 10 euros to anyone who is willing to take it from me, and I'll give you 20 if you are willing to put it on your wall.